start with the recap, or should we wait for rain? It's up to you guys.
I mean, he said basically he's going to be here any second. He said he should show up in like within 1 minute.
Fair. Do you have recording ready?
It's already running.
Or is it already going?
It's already running.
Good morning and welcome to a new session of Rime of the Frost Maiden.
Hey.
Yo, what is going on, guys? We're back here today with yet another Icewind Dale Rime of the Frostman.
Today I'm showing you my build to kill the BBEG in just one hit.
Kill the what?
I mean, never mind.
Big Bad Evil Guide, BBEG.
Big Bad Evil Guy. Oh, okay.
So we have a couple of BBEGs in this campaign. So we got Sunblight and his sons, and then we got the 3 Red Wizards, and I would say Torga's not a BBEG.
And then the Frost Maiden.
Well, we don't even know she exists.
Well, but with the information you have in campaign, she could be added.
She could be.
As a BBG.
Definitely. That's the BBG. The real one.
Yeah.
So were you able to copy all those spells to your spell list, Max? Or still a ton
no,
of...
I still have a lot of spells to go.
Wow. We should have been driving you around in the sled, so you could just have sat there and copied spells into the spellbook.
Probably, but it is either I mean, they're not essential spells anymore. Like, I think the only one I really want is Disguise Self. Magic Aura would be nice. I don't even remember what Lure does.
Lure?
Yeah.
I've never heard of him.
Did it give you Lure?
Yeah. I haven't written it down in my book yet, but...
How is it spelled?
Lure.
I don't even remember having
Lure.
that spell existing.
I barely know her.
Lightning Lure or just Lure?
Just Lure.
I think you noted that down wrong.
Well, I'm glad I didn't try to learn it.
From what book did you got it?
It was the same one that had the Magic Aura.
Magic
Arcanist
Aura. Magic Mouth.
That was also in there, yeah.
Disguise Self.
No, that was a different one.
That was a different one. Let me check.
Magic Mouth, Magic Missile, and Magic.
No.
Magic, and more magic.
That sounds about right.
There's not even a spell called Lure.
No, there isn't. That's what
There's Lightning Lure.
Lightning Lure, but not Lure.
Well, Lure, I'll tell you, for a couple silver, you can buy that at a bait shop and use it to catch fish.
Yeah.
That's like right up there with the spell Grease. It's like, yes, you could cast that, or we could just buy a bottle of grease.
Where the fuck is it?
One book was from the Wizard Tower, yeah, and one book was from the Tiefling on
3
top of
books
the
so
hill.
far.
And the third one was, I don't remember.
Kyr
The Yeti Cave.
Dinival. No,
Cardinal Cave.
no. One from the Tiefling found at the
Yeah.
top of the mountain.
Mm-hmm.
One from Kyr Dinival Keep,
Oh,
and the third one from San. Blur.
that's it.
Oh, that makes sense.
It's a lure with a
Blur.
B.
Not Blur, yeah. That explains it.
Yeah.
Okay, it is already
Yeah, it is.
3:26.
Yeah.
So I will just start. A very nice image. Actually, I was gonna mention it earlier. There's no official handouts for these, so feel free to make them yourself. All right, starting today's session. It is the 18th episode, and in the 17th, we started at the end of combat with the berserkers at the Cave of the Bear. Every berserker had been dealt with, and with the help of San, and you learned that he arrived there also looking for a mammoth tusk. He didn't reveal his sources, but he helped explore the rest of the cave, and inside of it, not many interesting things except for a room filled of icicles hanging from the ceiling, and a natural stone brazier held a blue flame that some of you noticed that sometimes the smoke bursting out of it formed the face of a woman. Various experiments were made. You guys tried to talk to it, toss stuff in it, but no big reaction happened. So the party came to the conclusion that this is some kind of altar to the Frost Maiden. After leaving the cave, San departed flying with his mammoth tusk, and the party made their way back to East Heaven. Didn't stop during the night, so arrived around midnight, and you guys decided to break into the Ale Heaven to deliver the tusk. And instead of going into the inn, decided to spend the night in there. During the night, some of you, one of you, took turns to keep watch, and Martog noticed someone peeking from the window in a very suspicious manner, but nothing major happened. The rest of the night passed by, and very early in the morning, Samira returned and caught you guys napping in there. But she didn't mind it at all and started to discussing your part of the deal. She revealed that the reason she had sent you there was to get rid of the berserkers from the cave because it was the actual home of the tribe of the bear, whose leader is called Amvak, and it was friend of hers, so she wanted to help him out. Also gave Max some leads about the lost ring that once belonged to his father, and also handed an amethyst encased book to Brutus, telling him to collect all 6 of them. Hello. We are just starting. We're finishing the recap, so nothing's happened.
Okay, cool.
So handed the amethyst encased book to Brutus,
Mhm.
and telling you to collect all 6 of them before revealing more information about it. And as a more general information, she said that there's more red wizards in 10 towns, and it all might be connected to someone at the Revel's End called Baelish Gant. This is when the party started discussing what was the next step, as Samira is in the back doing her usual morning work. What are you guys doing?
I have one more question in regards to this. Where was the trout called, and what was the place at which it was in?
The inn is called the
It's in
the North
Brinchard.
the North Look
Okay, North Look.
is the inn and tavern of Brinshander,
Mhm.
and the fish cod is called Old Bitey.
Yep. Thank you. Perfect.
So I believe you guys were discussing what to do next.
Hmm.
I mean, I'm interested in going to Bryn Shander, learning a little bit, getting Max's ring back. But these wizards, I think, are definitely an issue. But I think that as we've gone town to town, we've unraveled the mysteries as we've gone. So I think regardless of where we go, I think it might be good, set us in the right direction of these wizards. Unless you guys have somewhere specific you want to look.
Well, I would say that the only town we haven't explored, like we've explored all other towns except for this one. This one we've only been to Alehaven. I would at least like to go to the Wet Trout and see if we can get any information there before heading out. I know there's not much for merchant stores or anything in here, but maybe go to the local rumor mill to see if we can find something out.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea. But Max, do you have any kind of magic to protect our belongings while we go? I mean, granted, we're gonna keep them on us, but I mean, I don't want to get nabbed.
We're already
Well,
protected.
Nothing.
we should be protected as far as what my um what my compatriot said.
Okay.
And did she ever go into more detail about how we are immune from being robbed?
You didn't mention anything about it, but she
Yeah,
only
because that
said
just seems sketchy.
you did.
All right. Well, for now, at least, I am confident that we're not. If pickpockets target us around here, we have enough basic preparations that I don't think we'll have to worry about it. Even if this anti-theft like immunity isn't completely 100%.
All right, I'll trust you.
All right.
I'm down for exploring more of here, but only to get leads of the Red Wizards.
Mm-hmm. Where to go next?
Yeah. Metagame reasons, maybe the ring can wait only because of Max, what you were discussing about maybe missing session, or at least prolonging that. But I think priority for Rain would also be the Wizards anyway.
Yeah. I'd say we move on to the local bar then before heading out from Bryn Shander.
Yeah, all right. Let's start heading over there.
You guys going to the wet route?
Yeah.
All right, leaving the El Heaven. It is still very early in the morning. Samira arrived at around 6, maybe a little bit past 6 in the morning, and um, the streets are very quiet right now. There's almost nobody around. The occasional person that you see walking the streets is a guard and some other townfolk, heavy dressed in many coats of cold weather clothing, heading either to their work or, yeah, most of them are heading to the docks that are drawn here in the map. But heading into the Wetra direction, yeah, I would say you guys arrived there safely, and there it is quiet. Not many people. Unlike last night, this place seems very empty at the moment.
Well, can we get a beer at least this early? Don't tell me this town is out as well.
I mean, I'll go up with you.
Entering the town, there's no townfolk inside. There's just the employees of the place taking things to one place to another, cleaning up. The guy behind the counter doing sorting bottles and cleaning mugs. But what catches your eye, and this doesn't even require a roll, because you see a Goliath that is doing heavy work, lifting boxes and helping stacking them one on top of each other. And you can see by the way he's dressed, it belonged. This Goliath belongs to the Tuunagalaga tribe. That is a very weird name. Nalakalaga. There we go. Which is the tribe that you, Martok, belong to. And it is very distracted. Doesn't seem to notice your arrival.
Well, I'm gonna go up and talk to him.
As you approach, this other Goliath feels your heavy steps, turns around, and roll me a d20.
Yep, sure. Uh,
Oh my god, Carl?
Because you were the leader, the former leader of the Thun Nalagalaga tribe, you do recognize this individual, but it is not someone that had much activity around or made a lot of presence. And sees you eye to eye and says, "Huh, more talk. Didn't expect to meet you here."
well, and neither did I think that you were going to be here in a town working for people. Are you an outcast as well?
Nah, I came down the mountains by my own will. It's just easier to, easy coin for heavy work. I'm sick of this winter.
So are we all.
I thought you were gonna be dead frozen in a cave or something. It's good to see you though.
Well, it's good to see you as well. Have you been much around this town lately?
I just go to where work is, mostly here at the tavern or at the docks is where I spend most of my time. Lifting things that these weakling humans cannot. But now that I see you here, I've heard a bit of a stories of you and your group as he looks over your shoulder to the rest of you. What are the rest of you doing while Marseg is talking to this Goliath?
I'm kind of trying to stay hidden because other Goliaths don't typically get along with one another. But I mean, obviously, I'm like 7.5 feet tall. So
Roll me stealth.
With disadvantage.
Yeah, you're just standing rigid, trying to not make presence, but you're still very there.
If I stand perfectly still.
yeah,
And
exactly. I'm just like Drax.
what are you doing, Max and Rain?
I'm just observing.
All right.
I've been making some
Surprised.
exciting research and such lately, so I'm probably like nose in my research journal, and then I just like bump into the back of Brutus. Just, huh? What's going on?
Okay.
Just following along.
As the Goliath continues talking, heard a bit of stories of you and your group. You've been traveling towns doing good, and I could use some help too.
Well, whatever it is, we would love to hear what it is you need help with.
I arrived initially to Karkonik, and as I made my way to a bigger towns to earn more amount of money, I bumped into East Heaven, and I didn't know that people could just steal things from you and get away with it. I lost a very precious amulet that's been passed through generations in my family, and I would like to retrieve it.
And where did you lose this amulet?
I'm not really sure, but as I said, I spend most of my time either in the White Trout, the White Lady Inn, or at the docks.
And what is you do at the docks? I thought the lakes were frozen over in this region.
They are, but some deliveries still arrive and go. Not as much as they said that they used to, but some cargo still gets in here.
This amulet, would you say it's of any monetary value, or it's just of value to you?
It is a family heirloom. I cannot lose it.
Well, you have lost it, but the question is it worth a lot of money? I mean, who would take it if it's not worth anything? It's just worth something to you.
Maybe they saw some value in it, and it is a what is it called? The mammoth thing. Ivory. It is an ivory carved moon tied to a cord.
Mm. And when would you say you lost it? And when did you realize you've lost it?
I arrived here 3 days ago. I would say same night that it was stolen from, I believe. To maybe yesterday even.
Mm.
Time passes weirdly when you don't see the sun.
And what did you carry it around your neck?
Yes.
Oh, that's very strange. And then what place were you at where you realized you've lost it? Or were you back here at the wet trout?
I was at the wet trout here last night when I saw it was gone. and I noticed it was gone.
And what do we get into return for helping you out? We have some queries in regards to some wizards, as well as a wizard that you burned in this town. That is something you could help us out with. We need to
I
find out
probably
more.
wasn't here when that happened, but being honest with you, you were a good leader, Martog, and if you do this favor for me, you can earn my loyalty back.
That's great to hear. Would you know anyone that would have known? Because we're in town for these. Do some investigations. It's between you and me about the Red Wizard, about the one that got burned down. Who would I inquire about where his remains are, or any remaining things that he was carrying if someone took it from him?
As I told you, I wasn't here for when that happened, and honestly don't know about Red Wizards. But if that was a public event, maybe the speaker had something to do.
All right. You gonna come up and say something, Brutus, or just hide back there?
Yeah, no, I wasn't gonna interrupt your RP, but I would come up and how come you don't just get it yourself? I mean, that's what we do.
Yeah, we both know it was an accident, so no hard feelings.
This how your tribe does it, Martok? Ask other to do things for them?
Oh
This-
shit.
Well, he clearly can see that we have the means, and I point at Max to get into places. You see the size of him.
All right. Well, if you think we should do it, I'll help you.
Thought you were just
Martok.
pointing at me like saying I'm the means.
Basically.
So I just thank him and take my leave, and just step up to the group and just say, Rain, is this all right with you if we go through this town and perhaps find some more information about the current Red Wizard in this town that got killed? Maybe he had some information on him.
Of course, I don't see any problem helping someone in your tribe, and if we find information about Red Wizards, then all the better. I'm afraid I can't help you with the amulet, though. So we just got here.
Understandable.
What is it with this place and all the damn amulets?
A lot of them around these parts. So where do you
I
think
bet
we
if
should
we
go?
just
If you live in the woods, you make a staff. If you live in the city, you make an amulet.
maybe we should find out where he lives and ask him.
By what
I can't.
he said that he spends most of the time at the White Lady Inn, which is
okay.
probably where he stays at. The Red Trout, which is like the place to have fun in, and then the Docks, where is the work.
Okay. I just don't think I'm the best one to ask him questions anymore. I think I blew that shot.
Well,
It'll give us a good reason to explore, anyway. But if... Well, it sounds like it's possible he was pickpocketed.
Yeah, is he aware of... You're
He
aware
might not know about
of
the
the
rules.
rules in East Haven, correct?
he is now. He is now aware of the rules. He wasn't when he arrived.
Mhm.
So
that made him aware.
he
huh?
is now aware. So the question is, do we go scour around town, or do we just head straight for Max's contact?
I say we head straight for Max's contact.
Yeah.
I hate to say it,
Not
but
true.
it's a dog eat dog world, and we have bigger trout to fry at the moment than dealing with this amulet, I would say.
So you heading back to the El Heaven?
Mm-hmm.
But the contact could tell us more about the amulet anyway.
Getting in there, the door is open, and getting in, she's brewing something and just looks up at you and says, "Hi, did you forget something?"
Yeah, we sure
Uh,
did. I'm gonna push Max ahead, and you have to deal with this.
Fucking Christ. All right. So information on who specifically do we want? Because we had a few different ideas.
We need information on the amulet that was stolen, because this is the like the master thief, thieves guild's
Gotcha.
person.
Yeah. All right. So we're just trying to find this amulet right now. All right.
Hmm.
As I
Didn't we also want to ask about like the robbing? Like, how do we know we're safe? Or did we decide we're not going to ask about that?
I mean, I'll lead with that actually. It's just like, we have a few questions, but first and foremost, I'm not quite sure. Last time we spoke, you ever said anything more about how we're immune to being robbed?
I just pointed your description, and your group is pretty easily recognizable. Not often you see two Goliaths traveling with a smaller person group.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so everyone under your jurisdiction, so like all of the thieving guilds, but we might still have to worry about like the pickpockets that might roam around.
That's what I was talking about.
Okay. And then
They'll recognize you and know not to mess with you.
okay. Well, thank you for the clarity. The other thing that brought us back here is we happen to be looking for a certain precious amulet, a brooch with a small insect encased in amber. Being the Thieves Guild, I imagine that even if not everything is stolen, a general good connection of people who know where certain precious objects are might be able to help us locate exactly who is in possession of this at the moment.
She
I
told me
know
last time she had no idea.
But
I would
they-
shake Max and say, the Goliath at the bar, the what was it, the amber moon necklace.
Oh, the Amber Moon necklace.
Ivory.
Ivory, yeah.
Moon.
Ivory Moon. No one remembers. We have to go back.
Amber Moon.
The Ivory Moon. And since ivory isn't exactly something you come across every day, I imagine it would pique interest if anyone's seen it. Maybe you could put
So-
up. Maybe we could even put up a reward for this item's procurement. A bounty.
Do you want to have a contract for the person who can get their hands into this amulet?
I would love that.
I'll put in and say like, or just show us where we can buy stolen goods.
Don't think there's such a place in this town, but I can certainly put up a bounty.
Damn, I was really hoping there'd be a fence or something.
Yeah, can I do an inside check?
Do roll me some insight. For what though?
About her saying there's no such place.
Oh yeah.
Is there a black market
They're
or not?
stealing all over, but there's no
Eggs.
black market. Oh, where do you sell this shit?
Not where you steal it from.
Yeah.
I got an 8, so. Why is that
I
not coming
didn't
up?
see the roll, but
Yeah, that's weird.
yeah, an 8 wouldn't tell you much about
Mhm.
her way of speech.
Okay.
But yeah, maybe we can write up a contract for whoever finds this item. And
He or like gets lower to search something in the other side of the counter and grabs out a old looking paper and some a quill, some ink, and starts writing down and says, "So what is the item again?"
an ivory crescent moon amulet.
Uh-huh. And what are you offering to the one that gets it?
Out of character, would I generally know how much something like that would fetch a price normally?
Yeah, tell her we won't kick her ass if she tells us where the fuck it is.
Um, yeah, you would be familiar because you are a thief yourself, and two, because you, as a wizard, deal with
Precious resources.
precious items. Yeah.
Yeah. Um, whatever that price is, just tack on like an extra 50% because we can afford it.
Wow.
So someone's not tempted to just say, "Hey, I found it, sold."
So I would say you're putting a bounty of 60 gold pieces.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
I'll
Okay.
take it off my share then. Give me a sec.
All right. She rolls it over and puts it back into the under the counter and says, "Okay, I'll put it up as soon as my courier arrives."
Brilliant.
Anything else?
Do would we already know where the speaker lives in this town?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, there is actually.
Oh, town hall. Do they just live in the town hall?
Apparently, let me check.
I got a great idea
Yeah,
for protecting.
or if he's not living there, maybe he's already working on something. So yeah,
He's
I
got a
would say,
lot.
yeah.
Their desk is actually a fold out. They never leave.
There's a lot of houses around there. Could be one of the
So
close
there's
brothers.
no much distance between the Ale Heaven and the Tunnel Hall, just 3 streets, and you arrive there.
Can we do one thing
Again,
first? I just wanted to tell Max
yes.
something. I think if we want to keep our coins safe, can't we put them all in a bag, and then you put a protection on the bag?
Yeah, I was gonna say similar,
That will
like
give you
alert
an
or whatever
alarm.
it's called.
Yeah, like if someone
Or alarm, yeah.
touches the bag,
there's
it's
a
like,
there's a few things stopping me. First of all, alarm cannot be moved. Second of all, I have been looking into trying to make some sort of a secret chest or such, but that level of magic is beyond me at the moment.
Okay.
I could do something like wrist pocket, and that would protect it for an hour.
Okay.
But no such magic exists that is easily accessible to me right now. Or if I just find that giant iron shield guardian, give it all to them.
That'll be nice.
Who's going to be stupid enough to...
You're already attuned to the
I
Shield
am.
Guardian amulet, yes? Okay.
It's like sonar. I just see off in the distance, just.
Wait, do you have to use an action to locate it, or
Yeah, it's
does
like a
it always
DC.
tell
It's
you
a
what it is?
DC something, I think. To search for location. Was
Oh
it
wait,
this?
oh I never even read the last line. A humanoid that attunes to this amulet knows the distance and direction of the shield guardian,
Oh.
unless
Oh.
they're on a different plane of existence.
You do not feel the tracks of the shield guardian.
Alright, it's on a different plane of existence.
Uh,
Or it's just it doesn't exist anymore.
that is a shame.
If it's deactivated, I still know where it is. It's just that I can use an action to reactivate it with an Arcana check.
Wow. So is it?
I'm checking space and cosmos right quick. Don't mind me.
While I check up on that, we can still progress in the
Yeah.
current
Yeah.
state.
Yeah, not like we're gonna drop everything to go find it anyway.
So arriving into the town hall, doors are closed, but windows are opened. And there doesn't seem to be many people inside.
Okay.
Mhm.
I guess do we go inside and like look around for the speaker?
Sure. I
Because
would say
so far we have met 0 speakers that are not either in perilous danger or evil.
mm,
Or that are just not like that are actually in town.
Yeah.
True.
Targos, that dude is just gone.
Give me 1 second.
It's not surprising that a bunch of them are evil, though.
as speakers, yeah.
Yeah. People in political power typically are.
Getting into the town hall, there is a open room that greets you. There's chairs to the sides of the wall, to the sides of the wall, and then there is right in front a staircase that leads up. But this is it's kind of like a weird stair. It is in the front and then to the sides also goes up. More to the sides, there's no other doors. So apparently, whatever activity is. No, actually, yeah, there's one door to your right. But so whatever activity is inside this town hall, it is either through that door or in the second floor.
If I was a
Is
speaker,
the
yeah.
door-
Go ahead, Max.
Is the door locked? I'll check the door.
The door is not locked, and when you open it, this looks to be the main room. There's more chairs to the back, another window. This one's closed, and there's a desk with a main chair, and to the other side of the desk there's another chair for another person to sit in there and talk to whoever is in the main chair. And at the main chair, you can see there is a youngish looking human. Has hold on, I have the no, my book is crashing.
Your book is crashing.
Crashing. Loading. Bear with me.
I might not run online games, but my books have never crashed on me. It's like same vibe as in Wall-E when they finally show that one person a book.
Oh, it must have been 15 years since I saw that last time.
Just open. It's
It's
not
got
doing
like
anything.
messy hair and got a bird going down the cheeks up to his chin, and doesn't have a mustache, but it looks like it's been trimmed. Is wearing a heavy coat of fur and is doing some paperwork. And as the door opens, notices you and glances at the person who opened it, who was Max, and says, "Welcome. How may I help you?"
Can I tell if this is the speaker of this town or not, or is it just like some random employee?
Roll me some history.
You've been to this town.
Okay.
Come on.
But it did not roll for me either.
10.
10. Okay, cool.
Actually, dice 10 is what it showed on my screen, but it's not rolling on the VTT.
Why is it not showing up on D20?
Did you change your name of a character and doesn't have it hooked up? Ooh, damn it. Wait.
I didn't change
You
the name of my
can-
character, no. But either
You
way, I got a
certainly
10.
know that this is the speaker, yeah.
Oh yeah, he doesn't look like a good guy.
Yeah, he looks like he's tweaking.
Looks like he's crushing up those crystals.
That's the Chardolin.
Well,
Doing
it's,
lines of Chardolin.
Oh,
You
wait,
guys want to go to the bathroom?
Wayland Yutani. Yeah.
What may I do? What may I do for you?
What questions did we have for this guy again?
Red Wizard burning. Where's
Wizards.
his stuff?
Oh, right. Well, there's someone else with him at the moment, right? Like in the middle of a meeting or something.
There's no. He's just doing some paperwork.
Oh, okay. I'm just like, yes, me and my compatriots just had a few questions for you regarding some of the recent wizard burnings. We're doing an investigation at the moment.
I may or may not reveal the information about this individual. I do not know you and don't know your motives.
No worries at all. I completely understand. As I step further inside and subtly cast detect thoughts.
The superficial thoughts that you get from this person is, are they involved?
Are they involved? Sorry, said.
Are they involved? All right. So detect thoughts.
Just ask him a
last-
question. It
Right.
will pop up in his whatever mind. You say.
Yeah. This is gonna last for the next minute as I question him, basically. I'm going to say, well, our first question was, where did they take the remains, etc.? Any personal belongings of this most recent red mage? Where are they being held?
The belongings of the burned mage are. What is it called? Just a second. His belongings were confiscated and they're being held by Captain Arlagath. As for the remains of the burning, they've been gathered in an urn and held within with the belongings of this person. Still unsure what we will do with those. And the thoughts that you get from this question is, how many are they?
Well, I imagine they're all standing outside, aren't they? Like outside the door.
I am
Yeah,
anyway.
but they haven't came into the room.
Oh, okay. But yes, shit, what was it? What is the not asking the DM? What is the local law enforcement like here?
The local law for what?
Local law enforcement, like, is there police? Are there guards?
Oh yeah, there's the book calls it militia,
Hmm. Okay.
and East Heaven has plenty of guards.
Hmm. As the next question I'll ask, um, would you happen to know any of I know that the Red Wizard had their also brief hearing before their execution, but do you know any of the dealings that they were doing and what caused them to be apprehended?
This individual hired adventurers to locate some lost ruins. The adventurers found it, and to keep the location secret, the Red Wizard killed them.
Okay.
That's why we took him as an example to show the others that you cannot do that kind of shit around.
Do I get any of his thoughts on the matter?
But kind of like reaffirming what he just told you, like
Okay.
we have to have Iron Fist for those comms, something like that.
Hmm. I'll try for a little bit more of a probing question. It's just like, was this Red Wizard involved in any other groups, perhaps, that you're aware of? Any leads on who they might have known, who they might have been in contact with? Maybe any plots that were cut short by our quick uh quick enforcement.
The thoughts you get are kind of like, do this individual know more than I? And what he says is, we have no information over what his goal in here was, or if he was traveling alone or not, but haven't seen more of them in this town. So I guess our message, I guess they got the message.
Well, thank you very much for your time. Uh and uh, thank you very much for your time. Your information will help us greatly in our investigation. As and I'll take my leave.
Have a good day. As
Of
he
course,
keeps focusing on his paperwork.
you as well. And then I'll rejoin the party and tell them everything that I heard. Is I'm a little bit suspicious of him from what I heard in his thoughts after we've left the building, of course. um,
Yeah.
he seems to think that other people might be involved with the Red Wizard, but doesn't seem to know much more beyond that.
Did you press him at all about who it? Well, I guess it's you didn't want to press too hard, but did you ask maybe if they had any leads or if they knew anything or tried to at least let on or tried to get him to say things?
Yeah, I did ask if the Red Wizard had any compatriots that he knew of, if there was any plots or plans that they might have been cut short by the enforcement officers, etc.
Interesting.
The only thing I really learned, and seemingly the only thing he even knew, was that the possessions uh, are being held by Captain Arlagath.
Do we know who that is?
Yeah, he told me where, right? I think I just didn't write it down.
But like, are you familiar with who that is? Or it was like they're just.
No, he didn't tell you
We never
exactly
heard of
where.
Have I heard of Captain Arlagath?
Yeah, that's what I mean. Sorry.
Yeah, Captain Arlagath is like the one that leads all the militia in town, and you would
Captain
know
of the Guard.
yeah, you would know like the guard's headquarters is located in here.
Okay.
Sounds like we're making a trip to the guards' quarters.
Is anyone going to storm him in and ask him more questions? Think we can get more out of him?
I think let's at least assess the guards' battle prowess before we do that.
Okay. What do you suggest then, Rain? That we just
I think we pay the guards a visit first.
Do you think we should
See what
just
this-
go right in though, or do you think we should just try to monitor like those who come in and out, kind of scope out the building first, or what do you think?
On that, I'd probably defer to Max. I'm just. If generally that sounds like a good plan, but I'm not sure how much time we have.
Yeah, I don't want to be the one to make the decision. That's why I was asking.
We can always just tell them the truth.
That is true. We're not really on a time crunch beyond just.
I'm just thinking in general.
Yeah. And there isn't any reason for them to be hiding the remnants of a criminal.
I think
Besides just general.
I guess I'm just thinking if he doesn't know about it, but it's going on in town, and he thought immediately of the captain of the guard, maybe. I guess just in my head, I'm thinking maybe something more malicious could be at play. Just with what we've seen already in town. I mean,
for why they burned him, or what you mean?
I just feel like I don't know. This all just seems weird. Why does the speaker not know more? Why did he seem so? I guess we weren't there. I didn't hear anything in his head.
He just
technically.
recanted as to as Max did. So,
but like his tone and things, like when he was. Yeah. So. Yeah. To the.
There is possibility that like they did all this because they're on at the behest of another rival Red Wizard or something.
Could have been. I'm just thinking, what approach should we take to get as much information from the captain, as well as getting the wizard belongings? I mean, I would possibly go the route that we've been tasked to find out more and get rid of these rogue red wizards that are up to no good in this region. They can possibly have a connection with the Rhine.
I could make a very convincing fake note of, I don't know, of our investigations that might be able to convince them to share more information and more than they would normally.
I mean, maybe we're overthinking all this. Maybe they'd be more than willing to share the information, and all we have to do is ask them.
That is also a very good possibility.
As you guys were planning how to approach the guards, I would say you were already walking down the streets. And as you approach the quarters, you notice the presence of more guards, some coming, some going. But when finally arriving, you see that it is not one building, but more like separate buildings designated
Barracks.
for different things. Yeah, sort of like barracks. And on the bigger one, you can see there at the entrance, there's a couple of guards. They're talking to each other. They're not like rigid, standing firm, like halt. They're more casual.
Do they look built like soldiers, or do they look more like villagers who have a little bit more training than a commoner, essentially?
They look like other guards that you've seen before.
Okay.
And would you say that the indication that they look kind of like floppy, that they are shady guards? I mean, are they part of the guard, or are they just
Roll some perception. Regular guards.
in my head it was like thieves dressed up as guards to keep the post while they're doing something shady, because this is a shady town, you never know.
Yeah, it's like all those signs you see in subways with just like beware of pickpockets. Those weren't put there by the police.
Yeah.
Well, lead the way, Max. Whichever it's door number 1 or door number 2, I do not know.
Oh, great. I suppose I'll just approach the front door where the guards are as they say halt, and I'll respond. We were sent here by the seeker, or the speaker, to
God.
see Captain Arlagath about some of the recent red mage burnings.
They look at you, look at each other, and roll me some persuasion. Persuasion or deception, whichever.
What's my deception? Oh, it's so much better. I am going to re-roll that.
It is not popping for me.
11.
It was 11, yeah.
Why is it not
Okay.
popping up on
It was 11. Now it's hopefully better.
deception? Ha! One better.
So 12.
Yeah.
Mhm.
After they finish looking at each other, look back at you and say, we haven't gotten any notice about visits.
Well, this is a very recent thing. We just barely came from the town hall after speaking with him.
Now roll me the opposite, persuasion.
All right. Yeah, 6.
What it might be, Max, is I noticed that in the in the chat tab under the text box it says as, and then I have two options. I have Brutus and Brutus Stonehands. When I'm Brutus Stonehands, the actual name that matches up with Beyond, it works when I roll from Beyond. But when I'm just
Okay.
Brutus, it doesn't send over. So I don't know. Maybe it's different,
Strange, 'cause,
but
like, I haven't changed any of my settings, so I'm not sure.
I think they had an update, so it's
Yeah,
maybe
that's
something changed. I don't know. That's the only
Ma-
thing I can think of.
Maxwell, and then what's my name on here? Maxwell.
Your well, we'll figure it out later. But you rolled a 6, didn't you?
Yep.
I'm sorry, we are not allowed to let people through without an order for this from the speaker.
Very well then. Have a good day, and I'll be back when I have the proper notoriety.
All right. As they start talking to each other again, just passing the time, they seem bored.
Did we all go up with Max?
Well, no, otherwise I imagine I would have gotten at least some help.
yeah. Yeah. Or at least not even your cat
Left out
helped
to
you, man.
dry.
Your cat
Not
didn't
even.
What's the cat gonna do though?
advantage. You can give help back. No, that's attack. Yeah. Well,
Yeah. So, and what do you have to say, familiar? Hoot. Ah, very compelling argument indeed.
No, he doesn't mean that. Tell him back when he's tell him come back when he's ready to speak like an adult. But I'm thinking though, if they seem bored, maybe we could distract them with something. I don't
yeah, I have something.
have the kind of magic, but I've seen something that's I don't know. That's what I'm thinking.
Well, we have it, Max. Yeah.
Unless
Okay.
you want me to try to talk to them, or someone else, or all of us.
Yeah. And they have. I mean, yeah, you guys haven't talked to them yet, so fresh faces.
Mm.
Should we talk
is-
to them about our Lord and Savior, Cord?
Mm.
Martok?
Go ahead.
You want to come up with me?
I will.
Okay.
Well,
The two
we're
of
just
you
gonna.
arrive or get closer to the location, and these two now look up to meet your eyes, and they seem surprised to see
What?
Goliaths arriving in here and say, mm,
Attention, gentlemen.
Much more
Rise.
intimidating presence going from one gnome to two Goliaths.
I expected that you gentlemen were waiting for us. Wasn't that right, Martok? Wasn't that what we were told? That they would be waiting for us?
Yes, that is absolutely correct.
I'm sorry, what are you talking about?
What was the speaker's name? Out of
You had
character.
someone
Did we
had
know that?
someone come up here before you
Janet
trying to set
Whalen.
stuff up.
Mr. Whalen, we just spoke to, and he wanted us to come down here about a certain issue that's been going on and around, in and about town, but it wasn't directly given to you as it's top level business right now. But I thought it was given to you to at least stand up and be ready for us to come inside.
We haven't received any notification about it.
Must be quite low on the totem pole. That's fine. Business travels a little bit slow in a big town. It'd probably be best for you to just stand aside before there's any issues and your superiors hear about the fact that you held up an operation.
Roll me on intimidation. With advantage since Martog is also in there, like okay. They are hesitant at first, and you can see them start getting nervous, and they don't want to get into any trouble, so they will open the door, step aside, and say, "If it's Captain Arlagat you wish to speak to, first door to the right, there's her office."
That's good. What are your gentlemen's names?
Mirth, and the other will respond, Ober.
Excellent. You gentlemen did great work today. We do have a couple compatriots that will be coming through after us. If you would just let them through as well. They had to stop behind, stay a little bit, but we appreciate this, and your work will definitely be mentioned here.
Sure thing.
And I'm gonna just kind of nudge Martok as we get past him, like, do the mind thing. Do the mind thing.
That's it. Telling the others behind me that they can.
Yeah.
So if I have some line of sight, possibly there's rain and it's somewhere close within 60 feet. Send them tell Max that we're good to go.
Rain, you hear inside your head Martok's echoing voice coming from nowhere but from everywhere at the same time, telling you to get in the barracks.
I'm going.
I had such a cool
Yeah,
backup,
same.
man. I had such a cool backup. That didn't work.
So are you
Now I
two
want to
all
hear your
together?
background. Yeah, I would. Max, would you join?
Yeah, I'm coming.
Okay, cool. Are you just gonna like cover your face as you walk past them,
Oh.
or what?
Freaking.
What's
What was
that called? Two blablas in a trench coat?
Oh yeah, two kids in a trench coat.
3 kobolds.
Yeah,
Yeah. Just tell them that they passed the test and that they did excellent work not letting you pass the first time.
As you approach, they would look at you and then kind of realize that the first time that you came were actually part of the same mission. So they will let you through.
Perfect. These are just 2 humans, right?
Yes.
All right.
Was it Argelath or Arlagath?
Argalath. Arlagath, yeah.
And it's a woman.
Is a woman. So as you make your way inside, this doesn't seem like the place where the armor is stored. It looks more like a office to attend to townsfolk matters. It is like a living room. It has a table, some chairs. There is a fireplace that is heating up the interior, so it doesn't feel that cold. But as you were told, the door to the right is the one leading to Arlagath's office. Opening it reveals a kind of tidy office, but the desk where she's working on is littered with paper. There are some candles around that she uses to light up a little bit because it is darker in this room than it is in the room outside. And she's kind of looking at some papers, kind of cracking her head up, like. And asks, "Who's opening the door?"
Come on,
I
boys.
suppose I would
Yeah,
open the door
better be
unless somebody
Martok.
else would take in
Or
it first.
As you open the
Brutus,
door,
sorry.
you can see her with a pipe. She's kind of smoking it. And as you open, she drops it and says, "Who let you through? I'm busy here."
We did not mean to startle you or anything. We are just here to ask a couple questions about an important issue in town.
There's many important issues in town.
This one has to deal with the red wizard problem.
That has been dealt with almost 10 days ago. I would say
Well,
over a day ago.
We want to know out of character, right? More about that and the amulet, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're
And we
looking.
also an ivory moon amulet that was stolen.
We keep no track of stolen items. If we did, we would have piles of papers around.
Somebody help me out.
Well,
I'm phoning a friend.
we get ahead, Max. Shoot.
Sure.
As more people enters the room, she kind of sits more straight and puts the papers down to look at you.
Has she told you anything about the red wizard's possessions? Anything else about those leads we were following up on yet?
Not yet. I didn't want to overwhelm her.
As I turn to Arlagath and go, yes, we've been doing some investigations on. While the Red Wizard may be dead, there are various different plots and tribulations that they had been going over before their demise. Some of these plans may still be in action, being followed up and continued by their cohorts. We are simply looking to see if there are any kind of leads that might lead us to the rest of their party. Specifically, anything they might have had on them.
Roll me persuasion.
I'm helping you this time. That was a good
Alright.
speech, man.
Thank you. 15.
Nice. She'll stay silent for a few seconds, but then say, "And who might be you?"
As
Are you
I
a group of detectives, private investigators?
exactly, we are sent over. I believe we've been sent over from all over the 10 towns. Correct? Brutus, where did you say? Which town were you from again? Before we met, just before we arrived here.
Well, not really a town. We're from Martok and I here. We're Goliaths. We come from tribes.
Yes, very good at scouting the lands for any kind of fleeing, or if our suspects were to hide in a cave. I'm not exactly the most suited for the bad weather, but we've banded together in hopes of being able to track down these no good doers wherever they may be.
Roll some deception.
Hey, that was true.
How we're being
Yeah, that was
truthful.
true. That was
being
completely true.
Don't tell no lies here.
Is someone gonna rub his shoulders?
He said, "You guys are telling me bullshit right now."
Do I get advantage on this or no?
Well, you're the only one talking, so I would say no.
I had Brutus talk specifically.
Try not to lie. Alright?
I mean, although true, motives why you're in here talking to her
That is
are
true.
different.
Mhm. All right,
So
so
what is
flat
your
roll. Hell yeah, 22.
Oh, good
Oh.
shit. Wow.
Nice.
Hell yeah, dude.
So she says, "Huh. So you're the little giants." Heard some stories about
And what stories, pray tell? Being the focus of such stories, we aren't exactly privy to people telling us about them ourselves.
Well, you are harnessing some reputation over the smaller towns. They speak good about you.
That's always good to hear. How about that information we're looking for?
What do you want to know?
Well, if there were any connections that this most recent Red Wizard had to any other cohorts they might have allied themselves with, and we were hoping to be able to see the remains as well as the personal effects of this Red Wizard wherever it's being held here.
When he was captured, we brought him here to interrogate him and investigate his belongings. He didn't reveal much about what he was doing. He refused to talk, and within his belongings, we found much of wizardy stuff that I don't really understand. There were some notes about some lost cities, lost ruins, but nothing too revealing.
Well, being a wizard, he must have had a spell book.
I'm
What
gonna
did you
pull
do with
this.
that?
Has anyone seen the Castlevania like animated show?
Yeah.
I'm gonna full on pull
That's a new
straight
one.
from the. I'm gonna pull straight from the very first episode of just like, ah yes, I too dabble in some of the arcane research. Never practicing it myself, of course. But perhaps I could take a look at this. I'm a little bit learned of what tactics these foul red wizards use.
You're not wearing red, are you?
All neon red.
But
She
yeah,
will
if he didn't
scan.
talk, he must have had a journal, right?
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Uh, well, I won't make any of you roll for this, but you notice that the current San, the simulacrum that turned into a real being, is holding a spell book, so you can assume it's the same as the original San had.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
And she's gonna examine, like, look at every one of you and say, wait for me here, I'm getting the items.
Before she
She's-
leaves,
Yes?
did we notice on her like an amulet or anything?
Roll me some persuasion, some perception.
It was
Much
actually a
better at
ivory
persuasion.
moon.
Shard little.
Oh, not
Oh,
bad.
wow. Nice.
Okay. Let's go,
Nice.
Bo.
Even through the coats that she's wearing, you do not see any signs of cords that are tied to any necklaces. She's not even wearing earrings or anything.
Okay. It's just something to check for.
Mm-hmm.
just gonna-
She leaves the room, and some minutes will pass. Is anyone doing anything?
Mm,
I'm looking at you, Max. I know what you're up to.
I was just trying to see if I could get roll 20 to work, or the beyond 20.
Okay, I thought you were gonna steal everything in the room.
So a few
Um,
minutes passed.
This is
Yes.
her office, right?
Is her office.
Any documents just out on the table of like current affairs she's dealing with?
The desk is littered with papers.
I'll take a glance at the first one I see.
The first one you see is the one that she had in hand and was the one that she was like kind of looking kind of stressed, and taking a quick read through it, you can tell that it's linked to murders.
Okay. All right, DM, I won't make you list out every single paper that's on the table. We can go.
well, wait, well, I guess I wouldn't know. I was going to say to read the murders.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, that was what I was trying to do, just like whatever the most recent murders and if there's a location or something.
You can say that you can read on it that a dwarf was killed near the town square,
Mm-hmm.
and it's basically very mysterious how it happened. Nobody saw it. It was made with a piercing weapon, and the family of the dwarf are upset about it, so they want justice for their family member, and no much more than that.
That reminds me of something.
Real quick, the name of the family?
Doesn't specify it.
Okay.
Just the
Really?
name of the victim,
Mm-hmm.
Opal.
Opal, like the stone.
Yep.
So the family's upset, but there's no family name.
It's the opals.
The
Uh-huh.
Opal.
The opals.
No.
So I just realized something I didn't tell you before. There was a really strange event during the night. There was this cloth covered figure that was trying to be sneaky, but I caught him as he was passing by and sneaking inside. And he was definitely trying to stay really sneaky. He was scanning the interior, and our gazes met as I was not asleep, and he just his eyes opened wide, and he scurried away. It was the hooded figure. It was very, very strange. I don't know if it has anything to do with this, or if we have someone that has been hired to find us, or maybe we have a bounty on us or something. It was very, very odd.
Mm.
Did you not see that person as well, Rain, during the night in the?
Yeah, I did. Well, outside a character, I just assumed that was like a potential thief. Like, that just happens all the time in the town. But if you want me to back you up on it, then yeah, I'll
What I recall
tell the
is
same.
that during the night, only Martok saw someone.
Yeah, I think
peeking.
you saw it and then told me, and I was
Hmm.
on watch
Yeah.
or next on watch or whatever, and then I relayed it to, I think Max was next.
Okay.
But I just thought it was a thief.
No, I got some more in-depth information because of my perception roll after the fact. So I just wanted to bring it up to you guys that there's someone that might be out for us.
As Captain Arlagath returns with a box made of wood planks, she puts it in the desk as it booms. And here we will take a break.
Cool. Oh, also, just now that we're stopping for a moment, remember when I did some progress to like put myself towards learning disguise self? I did like 1 hour.
Oh yeah.
I was a dummy. I thought that is it 2 hours per level or is it 1 hour per level?
I believe 2 hours and 50 gold.
Never mind then. I'm not a dummy. I thought that it was 1 hour per level and that I just should have already have learned it because I put 1 hour in.
Yeah.
But we're all good.
Yeah, that's why we came to the conclusion that you could put some progress into the spell, because if you had a 6th level spell that's 12 hours, there's no way that you can do those 12 hours straight.
Mm-hmm. All right.
So yeah, I'll head
Yeah.
to the restroom real quick and BRB.
Bye-bye.
Yeah, yeah. What do you think, Max? Testing. Mm-hmm. Were you able to fix it, Max? Well, he's just randomly saying, at least you're here, right? I'm glad we didn't just ditch this town. There's a lot of interesting things here related to the Red Wizards.
Yeah, well, they seem to be. I'm just thinking, like, oh, well, Ryan is. And me, I guess, is that, like, if we're looking for magic, or the origin of. Well, I think the Red Wizard are definitely in some way connected to the Queen, Frost Maiden. So finding them, I think, is like a way to get up the ladder.
Yeah.
To her, or it.
Also have it on good.
So any information about that is better.
I have it on good authority that if we don't act on things, events keep going anyway.
Yeah.
Oh, you're telling them?
No, I said I had it
But
on
that's-
good authority.
That's
What's
why I'm
that?
kind of like, we should just like prioritize things. That's how
Yeah,
I
I
ran
don't know
my
if
campaign
I-
as well when I did it. I just tell my players that like stuff will happen.
That is cool. I don't know if I told everyone. I'm sure I told Martok, but the book don't really specify anything about it, but I thought it would make sense that things kept happening even if you weren't there.
Mm-hmm.
It makes sense.
Oh yeah, my players were in the middle of an investigation last session, and they made the horrible mistake of deciding that it was the perfect time to take a bunch of downtime days. It's like fantastic. You gave how many weeks to the big bad to prep?
What the fuck is wrong with you?
He's
Jesus
turned
Christ.
some tweaking filter. It's like he can relate with his neighbors.
Basically. Okay, is everyone back?
Yeah.
All right, cool. As she, Captain Ardagath, unloads this box on top of her desk, you can see inside of it some remains of scorched clothing. Within those, you can identify the characteristic wizard pointy hat. Already is like almost gone. Is almost ashes. But you can see the faint shape of it. And there's as well
He's just reconnecting because his camera is messing up.
The camera's speaking. Okay,
Maybe.
there's also a few pouches as well as a larger bag and a tube containing something. And she said, this is everything we got from him. As I told you, there's some wizardy stuff that I don't understand, but I don't feel confident on giving this away. Who knows what people might do with it.
I beg to differ. I think it's of great importance to our investigation that we have access to all the material to be able to track these wizards down, as well as us being trackers. It really helps us pick up the scent.
What ensures me you're not up to no good?
Well, our word for one. You've heard of us already, what deeds we've done in the other towns.
Yes, we're the little giants, remember?
Would you say one good deed makes up for a lifetime of wrongdoing?
Why would it? But we haven't done any
Where's our-
wrongdoings.
Yeah, you haven't done lifetime. But...
You haven't, but what tells me you won't?
I guess no good deed goes unpunished in this town either, huh?
Is it guilty until proven innocent?
That's what it seems.
Yeah.
It is the... I always forget that word. Costume? It's not costume.
The custom? Yeah, custom could be the word that you're looking for.
Tradition.
Yeah, it is the custom of the town. I'm just abiding by it.
Well, perhaps we can show our goodwill by helping you out with something before we help ourselves to these items.
Roll me persuasion.
Yep. Let's go.
Ooh.
I believe me and the other guards have everything under control.
Does she? Really? Insight.
Roll me some insight check. 2 13s is straight.
No.
You can tell that it is kind of doubtful, but she also don't want to get involved with people that are not the authorities of the town.
So she brought us back something, though, right?
What do you mean?
You said she came back after a few minutes, and
We couldn't have
Was
any
she
of it. It was a couple of bags and a tube with something in it, like a scroll or something. And yeah.
Yeah,
but-
there's a box with the wizard's belongings.
she's just not letting us look at it, even though she brought it in here.
You can look at it, but
Oh,
if she's telling you she is not giving it away.
oh, that's perfectly. I'm fine. Yeah. What is all through these bags and scrolls and such?
Looking into the tube, you can see that there's a scroll of fireball,
Mhm.
and the
It's
smaller pouches. The smaller pouches have components as well as coins. I mean, separately, of course. A bag with coin, another bag with components, and the bigger bag doesn't appear to have anything inside. But roll me some Arcana.
Da-da-da-da. I
Bag of
love
holding. Come
Arcana.
on, bag of holding.
I'm gonna re-roll that.
Still cannot see your rolls.
8.
Well, it was an 8.
8. Yeah.
Okay.
3 on the die. That's a
Damn,
lot better.
Oh, hell yeah.
Nat 20 for a total of 25.
Woo! Oh, nice.
As soon as you touch this, you can tell that it is magical in some way.
The book? Or
The bag
oh, the bag. Okay.
Mm. Mm-hmm.
that is apparently empty.
Well, with my extreme knowledge of these types of bags in particular, would I know any of the actually here, I'm just gonna take a wild guess. You said there were 2 bags? Or just the
There's
one?
a bag with coins, a bag with components, the magical empty bag, and the tube with the fireball scroll.
Cool. I'm gonna reach into the bag and just name rations. And see if
You
it appears in
pull
my
out
hands. Yeah, pull out rations.
Yes,
Knew it.
2 of them.
As I look over to her and say,
And
clearly,
she looks.
there are
she
things
kind
that
of-
we are more capable of than you.
She pulls back into the chair and says, "I'm not sure who put that in there, but it wasn't me."
Now, might I wager, this bag is completely empty, correct?
Yes.
As I show both of my hands reach in and just
Pull
name
a rabbit.
dagger.
You pull out a dagger.
And I
Hey,
place it
Wow.
on the
$1
table.
gold. $1 million gold. Come on. do it.
What is he? Turn the
That
outside
is-
in, and everything falls on the floor. Yeah.
Now,
That's not a good idea.
Yeah, I know it's
And-
not a good idea.
Wait, hold on.
as much as I'd like to continue my investigation, sitting here in your office while I name potential objects and coming back here every time we get a new lead, I think it would help our investigations greatly if we were able to take these things with us to study on the go.
Give me just a second.
I can't believe I got that so quickly.
You just pulled from the random wizard standard items when you create a wizard.
No, I take it back. I take it back. The first time that you reach your hand inside, when you say rations, roll me a d8.
Oh god, don't tell me it's a
No,
bag
is
of
it a bag of
devouring.
devouring?
A D8.
Oh no,
Roll.
since you're not attuned to it, I will roll the d8.
Oh, okay. No more hand. I got a 4.
DM laugh. Is
Yeah.
DM laugh good or bad? I would say.
You feel a fur on your touch, and as you pull out, a panther comes out of the bag, and I crack.
Wait, if that's a bag of like the fuzzy balls and all that, I have to throw it and then it becomes like a creature. It doesn't become a creature in my hand, I don't think.
Hold on.
No, you take it out and then you throw it, and it becomes one of the random 8.
Oh
Mhm.
yeah. You pull
I
out
also
a.
believe. Is it
a
even an
fuzzy
attunement
object.
item?
Hmm?
Is it even an attunement item?
What you mean
No,
consumable?
I don't think it's not.
I believe he said an attunement item.
Uh-huh. That's a damn cool
Yeah,
item.
Yeah.
yeah. You pull out like a small ball of fuzz.
Would I know enough with a 25 to know what this item is? And not to throw it on the ground?
I would know that you're familiar enough with it to not. Well, to know that if you let that go, something will come out of it.
Alright. Thank you, oh generous DM.
And as you say rations and pull out just fuzz, she says, "It's a bag, empty, old, supposed to. Should I be impressed?"
Don't be like that.
Well, at that point, I wasn't trying to like show her off. The second one, when I pull out the dagger, when I was like, haha, you see what I know and you don't. But anyway, as she looks very unimpressed, I'd say, look over to her and say, no, you shouldn't be impressed. You should be very wary of whatever these balls of fur are, for this is not nothing. In fact, I can tell you very keenly, if I were to throw this on the ground, it might become any manner of creatures that are bound to whoever this red mage was. I have a feeling that if that this might help us this might lead us to some of their compatriots if we are able to use these in our investigation.
How will any of those lead you closer to your investigation?
Well, would you believe me if I told you these balls here turn into creatures?
Well, I wouldn't doubt it.
Well, creatures tend to have memories of their owners and those close to their owners.
Mm.
So, what is to say that we couldn't find people we are suspect of, and use these creatures to try to fish out whoever we find, whoever had connections to this red wizard.
Roll me some persuasion.
A lot of persuasion and deception rolls.
Yeah. Is there anything we can do?
You have only 2 rerolls, yes?
I do. In that case, as I probably see her face immediately shifting. It's just like done with us, right?
Roll.
Oh, it was a 5.
Okay.
I can probably see her face start to like shift to just like done with us at this point, right?
Yeah, she's very reluctant to let any of these go.
Yeah. I'd just like to say that while you might not trust our methods, we have already met with the speaker of multiple different towns, having gotten some of them out of trouble and learning all of the various different dark doings around these towns. And I'd suggest, subtle spellcasting suggest, that you give us all the information that we require to make this as easy for us as possible while letting us take these items for our investigation.
What is your spell DC?
Subtle spellcast suggests. That would be a good one. Right?
13.
And it is a what save?
It is an intelligence save.
Oof.
Is it let me check that.
Maybe I have it as well. Let me
Wisdom.
see.
It's wisdom.
Wisdom. You lucky son of a bitch. If it was intelligence, would have passed. But being it wisdom, she now feels compelled to help you out in
For
your
8 hours.
mission.
Can we sleep
As
here tonight? Very bored. Yeah.
Yes. I think you have done well for other towns, and who am I to doubt that you will do well for this town as well? I will let you take one.
They don't have an option, man. It's no option for suggestion. It's give all. They're compelled to do whatever he says. Oh, I don't know what you said, by the way.
I said to give us all the items and give us all the information.
Link me the description of the spell.
Yeah. Can you do that, Martok? Mine's
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you. I suggest a course of activity limited to a sentence or 2. Make it, and I have to make it sound reasonable, which I did. And they have to do it. They have to pursue the course of action you described to the best of their ability.
Ha! Holy shit, okay.
It's a powerful spell.
She will pull the box towards you and say, I hope you do great with these items, and may it aid you in your investigation. As for information that I have, my orders were to give a message to any other individuals who might want to do the same as this wizard, and we burned him alive.
Well, thank you very
That's all
much.
I know.
And it seems our path is a rough one yet again, but I swear to you that we will find all of these nay-doers and bring them to justice.
She will salute.
And I salute back. And I guess, yeah, I can't add more to my suggestion now that it's up, so I'll just go.
Yeah.
I'll leave.
Okay. So now in your possessions there are the scorched robes of sand, a scroll of fireball, which Brutus just called Dipson,
Mm-hmm.
a pouch containing 11 gold and 11 silver, and a magical bag that you haven't identified yet.
All right. Fantastic.
As you make
I
your
mean,
way out of
I
the
guess before we've like fully left, was there anything else anyone else wanted to ask of her?
I just wanted to tell you, those guards out front, they're doing an excellent job.
I know they are. She looks very annoyed.
This is one of the best enchantment spells too, because she does not know she was enchanted after it happens.
Yeah. I believe from second level to higher, any
Mhm.
permanent spell doesn't give away your intention.
Well, if we
So
want to go
now
back to
you
her for 8 hours, we can, but I got concentration till then.
Yeah.
you now have Sans old possessions.
Mhm.
What would you like to do?
Did he not have a spell book, by the way? Or would it have just been the same one like you were saying before?
Yeah, I told you that the spell
Okay.
book would have been the one he's carrying right now.
Mm.
Right, gotcha.
Well, we have not yet gotten any
Oh.
further with. Yeah, what?
Do you think that the people that the Red Wizard killed were the people that we killed?
No, he killed. He was already burned alive when we got to know that when we were in
Oh, right.
Caer Konig or Caer Dineval, that there's been a burning. Someone told us,
Mm-hmm.
and those people
Yeah.
arrived after the fact. So
Okay.
he can't be burned retroactively for something we killed after he's dead.
That makes sense.
Well,
So where are you
Well,
guys heading?
where do we go next?
for the
Let's go on.
for the ivory necklace, we would need to go to the East Haven Ferry and the White Lady or White Lady Inn. While we wait, I don't know how long a reward for returning the amulet would take. We might want to swing by those places, so it's just not that just on the ground somewhere and he has dropped it.
You would know that a contract like that would take from a couple of days to never.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
Is it worth just scouring around where he was?
Yeah.
I know it's like literally like probably worse than a needle in a haystack because it's an
Oh,
ivory amulet in a
No,
town
no,
where
right.
people steal things.
Yeah.
Also, it's white, so in the snow. Unless there's some magic of like sniffing it out or something, but I don't think we do.
We do have that,
Oh.
but we don't know if it's
What do we
magical.
make of the glob glob with the opal situation?
Yeah, we could investigate the murder.
You can tell it's just another casualty.
Okay. Nothing special. Well, you guys lead the way.
Well, it could be some like the murders that were in the first time we went to were because like of a
Yeah.
cold creature killing people.
That's
And
kind of what I
apparently
thought
there were
at
a lot of
first.
murders.
But then I remembered that started in Targos, even though we were in Targos, and then like moved up the east or the west wall, right? Or was it back around? I don't know. So,
yeah, but
I
they
remember
might
it could've been
have
part
come
of
from
that.
here. The Torques, or
Yeah.
they might have come from East Haven and then travel all the big towns and then up north. So it might have been him, but we don't know. But like DM said, it's just another person dead.
Yeah. Well, so then where are we going?
I would say the Docks or White Lady Inn. Your pick.
Let's go to the docks and then loop back to the inn.
Yeah, because if
Okay,
we're gonna stay there.
not much. It is not too far away, just 2 or 3 minutes walk until you arrive to the shore. It is all frozen, and all you can see that stretches out. Let me show you how it looks in the map.
Yep.
Your drawing's still there.
That's our
The-
fantastic path.
Let me remove it. The frozen lake stretches out more than 1 mile into the lake, and you can see that there's some boats stuck in the docks. They have been frozen in with the water, and they are immovable from there. Even in these circumstances, you can see that there's already some people around. Hold on. Around this part of the docks, like in here, and here. Not a lot of people, just smaller groups. Sliding things in the ice towards a larger fleet that is very far away into the lake, and they are moving cargo, most presumably with knucklehead trout.
And there's no one on the dock to speak to. It's just random people walking around loading stuff.
Yeah. There doesn't appear to be like a leader or something.
I mean, maybe they're just ice fishing or something. We could just talk to any of them. I don't know. What do you think, Rain?
I feel like we either have to settle for one lead and stick to it, or else risk getting caught up in more problems. Every person we speak to could also be potential spy or enemy. Icewind Dale seems large, but it seems also like a small place with how much, especially with Sam, the encounters with Sam we've met already on 2 occasions. I think Red Wizards probably get around a lot, as well as our other enemies. So keeping a low profile is definitely paramount for me. Basically, I'm saying we should avoid talking to people where we can, unless we absolutely know they have the lead.
Yeah, so it's not speaking to strangers.
Well, no more than we have to.
These docks looks like a red herring anyway. And there's nothing, if we like just go up and down, there's nothing, we don't see that there's anything on the ground. I mean, it would be gone in the snow, yeah, if he actually dropped it.
Yeah, the snow is constantly burying small coins even your own footprints. It's constantly refreshing the ground.
Well, let's go for the most obvious choice. White lady in and check his room.
Going into the Wild Lady Inn, which is basically next to the docks, it is open space with 2 staircases that go to a higher level. And in this higher level, you can see many doors that are presumably the rooms. The lower part is more like a restaurant type arrangement. It has many tables around, and you see a white dragonborn female that is behind the counter. She apparently is the one in charge in here, and
Hey, a white
Where is
dragon one.
a white dragonborn. And there are a few other patrons around, people sitting, eating, talking to each other.
Why does that stand out to you guys?
It's the evil kind is white. That's one of the chromatics. I mean, if you look at the
I don't think you can be. There's not many metallic dragonborns you could even be. I think most of them are chromatic. Dragonborns also aren't at all related to dragons.
no.
Oh, okay.
I just thought it was because we had just fought some.
White worms.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I don't know.
They are from a mirror
You can see
universe.
a small person, halfling, in one corner tuning a lute, and once done with that, it starts playing some strings in a low tone. But after warming up his fingers, he stands up, jumps into one of the tables, and say, "Ladies and gentlemen, today I bring to you the story of the White Lady." And you can hear some of the people like, "Oh, not again! Oh!" And he starts playing his lute in a very melodic and very joyous attitude as he starts jumping around, and the words that he's singing talk about how a person, a miser, person that just kept hoarding wealth and wealth, um, once felt in panic and thought that everyone was trying to steal from him. So he decided to take his most valuable items and sink them into the Lac Dineshire, which is the lake that is next to this town. And his wife wanted to stop him, but in a fight, like in a wrestle, she tried to stop him from tossing the chest into the lake, and she fell with the chest, and he drowns. And that's why this is all being told in a song, and that's the origin of the white specter of the woman that roams the lake at night.
You think that could be related at all to that brazier with the ghost of that lady?
Well, that was more blue, wasn't it?
I guess.
And that's why I don't know. Maybe though. I don't know how magic works. You're definitely more wizardy, I think, as the lady put it, the captain.
I would think that
But-
later in the brazier was the frost maiden. This is just some ghost roaming the lake at night.
Mhm.
but I
Yeah.
don't know if that story is true because we've not been at the lake at night.
Well, we've seen enough in this land. Why could it not be true?
Yeah.
But I mean, doesn't really help our plight at the moment.
Just approach the barkeep.
The bard or the barkeep?
Well, I can talk to the bard. Someone else can, or I can talk to the barkeep. You can talk to the whomever wants to talk to the bard about the lady of the lake.
Okay, you approach and you see this female dragonborn notices your arrival. She's tall, taller than many townfolk, but not as tall as you. But she still doesn't have to look that way up to meet your face. And she says, uh, morning, how can I serve?
Greetings. My name is Martok, and I guess we are here on travels, and just wonder if we can get a bite to eat and see what the latest in town was, as well as see how much a room is if we were to get one. We have a friend staying here currently.
Uh, I'm Nimetra. And yeah, there's plenty rooms left. Not many people wishes to travel these days.
That is true.
As for news around town, well, everyone just keeps talking about the burning of that one damn wizard. But
What? Why do you say damn
actually,
wizard? What was it about him that he did?
well, she's referring to the burning of the wizard that occurred
Mm-hmm.
many days ago. But what page is it at? Roll me a d20.
Okay. A sec.
Or is it a d10? Hold on. Yeah, make it a d20.
Oof.
3. Huh. Curious. uh, I would say this comes after a little bit of conversation, but she finally gets to like something comes to her mind and says, "Ah, I remember there's a gnome was traveling the other day through here. He was heading to Brinshander, and he spoke about a friend that he had." Talking about some experiments about building a mechanism that could bring summer back. I really don't believe in those sort of heroes that wish to solve everything by themselves. He mentioned that this friend of his was working on a hidden cabin beyond Lonely Wood. I don't know how interesting that is to you.
Well, of
I
course.
don't even know why I remember that.
So would you know the name of this person that this gnome?
It was. I do not remember.
That's right. I used an alias. No.
It's not you, right? It's not you. This is another gnome here.
Another gnome.
Yeah, tell us now if it is.
No, I've actually already figured out how to get rid of winter. I'm just not telling you guys because it's
Yeah.
fun.
Well, of
He
course.
just likes hanging out with us.
If winter was gone, you guys would leave.
Well, of course, it's of much interest to us. I mean, everyone wants the winter to end, and such a machine would be of great interest to us. I thank you so much for giving us or giving me this information.
You really believe a man-made machine can get rid of a god-imposed winter? I think you're dreaming a little bit.
Well, better dream than to drown in liquor.
I'll ask her. It sounds like you don't give much credence to the fact that the machine could stop this affliction. Would you say that many others here share that same sentiment?
Not many people actually. They held on to hope. They want summer to return with. That's all they wish for. But I honestly believe this is just a endurance test to Pentowners. Whoever sticks around and lives through this, he's gonna be stronger afterwards.
That may be the case, but then I would agree that most people wish the summer to come back, whether it's after this test or whether it's by this gnome's design. But how many people do you think believe that this machine could actually change things?
If you ask me, I would say you're crazy. And I believe there's plenty of people that shares my point of view, but there might be the one or two that actually believes that an artifact made by a human or a mortal can make summer return.
So you think not many people? Well, how many people even know of this gnome scheme?
I'm not sure if this gnome was traveling through here talking about his friend. Maybe he tells this to everybody he meets.
And from the area I'm from, as you can tell, I'm not from here. I have heard tales of other ghosts. Where could we see the one on the lake? Is there anywhere nearby that she's known to haunt?
The White Lady, I haven't seen her myself. Actually, let me roll for that. Yep, I haven't seen her myself, but the one who's caught sight of her say they appear at night walking on top of the water. Like, you would have to go into the ice to see the water that is still liquid, to see her walking down the lake. That's what people say. And
I see. Well, maybe we'll catch a glimpse of her sometime.
as you're talking about the White Lady, the bard that was performing earlier approached to you and says, "Hey, I heard you were talking about the White Lady." And the Dragonborn is gonna say, "Ah, of course, you're always talking about her. I'll step out of this conversation. I've had well enough of this White Lady." And she will walk to attend to other clients. And the halfling is gonna say, stand his hand up to whoever wants to shake it, and it says, "My name's Ronaldo, and I've been keeping a track of this White Lady. It's a very interesting sighting. I have seen her myself. Not gonna lie, it is scary, so I didn't want to take her attention towards me, but I've been preparing something. I don't know how to pronounce this.
A seance.
Seance?
Seance,
Okay.
yeah.
I've been preparing a seance to summon the spirit of the White Lady. who knows who she has to say. She might even have the secret about this eternal rhyme.
Well, as you may have heard or overheard, I'm very interested in this kind of supernatural, so we're interested in supporting you in this seance if you think you could do it tonight.
I was actually gonna do it tonight. There's other patrons also invited to this event, and you all seem very capable of dealing with supernatural.
I would say so.
It'll start around 9 p.m. in this very location. There is some rooms in the back. I've already rented them, and I'll see you there.
Can I ask you a question, Ronaldo?
Yes?
Does this white lady, does she do any harm to the town?
No, not that I have heard of, but it is a very curious sighting, and it's given a name to the inn. So I would say makes more good than bad.
Okay, so if it does that, then why would you want to have a seance and get rid of this presence?
No, seance is like you just contact them, isn't it?
Well, he said.
Yeah.
Well, he said though that we're good at dealing with demons or ghosts, spirits.
Yeah, but
So
not in a sense of
Oh, I took that
Really?
as like he's hoping we come to
Exercise it,
rid-
isn't it?
Yeah.
no. He was like dealing more like in appropriate for the topic.
Okay. All right, then redact everything I said because I'm just thinking like, what is the point? Excuse me, of getting rid of her if she's not really causing an issue.
No, that wasn't the point. He's gonna reach out to his pocket and hand you a handwritten paper with the time and place, and says, "Rinaldo Sands, the White Lady Inn, back rooms 9 p.m. Don't miss it."
Mm. Once he like leaves, I'm gonna just tell everyone else like it seems like strange invite to a weird party of sorts, but I don't know. Do we even want to deal with this? Or go not deal with it, but is this something we have time to see? I know that we have pressing matters.
Well, I think if I'm looking for any connections with the arcane, so if a ghost might have some secrets that mortals don't, I also think it's worth looking into this machine, if only because I think if word gets out that it may actually, well, if it's actually possible that it works and word gets out that someone is trying to do something about it, then it may attract the attention of the Frost Maiden herself for her agents, so it might be worth taking a look.
Okay. I just know we mentioned one thing too. Like out of character stuff goes on, and now you guys have me all worried about what to do
Yeah,
versus
but-
not do.
I have to run after this. That's fine. I mean, what I think this halfling is doing out of character. He's doing this seance bullshit with some magic, and then he's stealing shit from people. And this Goliath has been in there and got his stuff pulled.
I think the Dragonborn's in on it, and the Dragonborn is the white lady. Big brain.
We'll know. I think we'll be able to see. Well, definitely, Rain has seen probably ghosts in this time, so.
Well, he can snip ghosts.
I
can't.
Sense. We could go out on the
Yeah,
lake.
you can
try it
check
out.
undead. Yeah. So we'd know if it is or not, and then we can leverage that maybe. But if it turns out to be bullshit, then it's whatever. But if it's not, then
Yeah,
I feel
very
like
interesting.
asking
Yeah,
your
now
questions
I want
is
to find
good.
out.
Yep.
Yeah.
You sold me.
Machine, I'd be more worried that this person's going to be killed.
Yeah.
Or messing
Because,
with the ghost.
well, for just messing with the curse or whatever.
Mm.
So if anything, it would be like doing them a favor, telling them to lay low, rather than going around telling everyone that you're going to try and solve the problem.
All right.
Yeah.
With this new information, it is about past the midday, and the seance is at night. But there's some other matters that you wanted to do in other town. Are you sticking around or moving on?
What was the other matter?
Steal the trout with a ring in Bryn Shander.
Oh, yeah.
But I think we can get back and forth there in 9
that's-
hours.
No, I don't think so. That's the whole of the town.
Yeah.
And I don't think we're doing that based on metagame stuff.
Time. Mm-hmm.
And I also believe Martog mentioned, or Rain also, like Rain and Martog were talking about dealing with the monsters over in Dogan's Hole.
Yeah. Because I thought the plan. How do I got fluffing? Gosh darn it!
Well, if Max is going to be gone next week, we might as well beeline it for either Dugan's Hole or Lonelywood.
Because I was thinking, just looking at the main map, that we could
It's
loop
right
our
there.
way.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, we could honestly do a circle down Bryn Shander. I guess there's no reason though, that little down loop by the 10 trail to go there. Oh, okay, thank you. I was looking on Discord.
Yeah, it's just that this route we can't go here next session because Max won't be here. So I think it's either there or go to Lonelywood to find out about the machine maybe.
To go to Lonelywood, you'd have to cross through the Dorven Valley or Bryn Shander.
Yeah.
Well, we have at least enough gold now where we could rent dogs, and we have dog too.
Oh, you mean like? Oh yeah, you mean like Dwarven Valley, like up like this? I guess so. Yeah.
Well, he's assuming if we just were to just
If you want
cut
to
directly to.
Mm.
But I was thinking more so like Martok, like following, just the path up.
Mm.
But that would obviously be a hell of a lot faster.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's up to you guys, honestly.
I think we do. We check. We do the ghosts, and then I think go. Oh,
Yeah.
I was gonna use the map.
Oh, you were
And
going to
then
show.
go
Yeah,
to-
I showed it. You go back. Come on.
Go to
Yeah.
Lonelywood is my vote.
Yeah.
Because then afterwards we can come back to Bryn Shander, and then yeah. But I think like going to the dwarf dude, or sorry, no, first
Mm.
is best.
I'll follow you guys wherever you
What the hell, Brutus?
You have my axe.
Have your ads. So we're gonna
Okay,
stay
so,
around town till 9 p.m. and see what's up with this magical thingamajig.
Yeah.
And Max
Well,
is
if there's
pumping spells into his spellbook is what Max is doing.
Yeah, don't worry. I got so much research to do while you guys are gone. I'm definitely not going to rob anyone. It's going to be great.
So you went out to fast forward to till nighttime?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I can't think of it. I don't have anything,
How many hours is that?
9.
9 or something.
3 or 4 hours we gotta wait, right? If it's
Till 9
I thought
p.m. you can wait like 7 hours.
Oh, okay. I'll just put that straight into spellbook time.
There's no shops in town at all.
Well, you could find your typical general store that sells
Mm.
low armory or
Yeah.
cold
Okay.
weather clothing. Yeah, your typical stuff.
Man, okay.
The only thing we need to stock up in rations, and I think we can do that
As
after session if it's just a general store with no
Yeah,
name
yeah.
NPC.
as
know,
night falls, give me a group perception check. Well, first of all, where are you spending your time at?
I probably first would have gone out on the lake itself and divine sensed just maybe like a, I don't know, like a central point where people might have said that they have seen
It is
this
30
ghost
feet.
lady.
It is 30 or 60 feet.
I believe it's 60.
I believe it's 60.
Do not get any senses of any supernatural creatures.
Okay. Okay. All right.
Where's the
That's
rest
all
of
that I would have done.
Max? You can note down a couple of spells.
Yeah, 7 hours. I should be able to get rid of like all the rest of my queued up spells I was gonna learn.
All of them.
Yeah, because I already had a few of the ones from these spell lists, like
Sure.
comprehend language and such. So yeah, that should do me good for the rest of them.
And Rain, what are you doing?
I don't. Yeah, I was looking there. I don't really need any like ammo or anything, and I have enough rations. So, yeah, I'll just be reading and actually, I'll go try find more books of the arcane. And just like try and peruse any stores like that.
Searching around, you find shops with not libraries, but shops that sell books. Either they are empty books to write on, or they are popular novels, but no arcane, no books that deals with the arcane.
Okay. That's all I'm doing then.
Yeah, I was upset too. Don't worry.
As night falls, everyone roll me a perception check. Brutus already rolled his.
I got a 10.
10.
I don't see
Rain,
yours,
did
Rain.
you roll yours?
Perception
Perception.
and a 7.
7. So 16, 13, 10, and 7.
Yep.
You, the group as a whole, you get a feeling that someone might be watching you, but you cannot exactly pinpoint where, what, or who.
Is it in the immediate vicinity?
Like during the whole time that you
Okay.
were waiting around, going through town, you sense that there might be eyes on you. And with this, I think is a good place to end session if anyone has to go.
Yeah, that's probably good. Back to time.
Do you have to go, Max?
Sorry, say that again?
Do you have to go?
Yeah, I do have to get going.
All right. Yeah.
Is there anything else you need from me right before I leave?
No, I was just ending session right before
Okay.
the seance starts.
All right. And then if you guys want to like go to the next town, I think I'm just gonna do something like little catch up session or something, but I'll rejoin you in the town by the time I get back.
Hmm. Yeah, I think we
Wait, so
did.
if you mean we can go to the gnome and you'll meet us in?
I'll meet you wherever you end up by the session after next.
Okay.
Yeah, nice.
All right. Thank you guys for coming.
So was that a high
Yeah.
roll that I did for or you did for the Dragonborn?
Goodbye.
Was it? Yeah. Bye, Max.
Thanks.
What was it?
It was a rumor roll, right? Which rumor could you pick that we?
Yes.
Oh man, so it was a good roll then.
Yeah.
I would say. I mean, especially if you're surprised as well. I thought it was going to be shit since it was a 3, but very happy with the outcome.
Nice rumor, not gonna lie.
Mm. Very much so.
Kind of wish we had Max for the gnome part actually, because maybe they'd be more amenable to helping us if they had someone who's the same race.
Mm.
What kind of gnome is Max? He's a deep gnome, or no, he's a rock gnome, isn't he?
Not sure.
Rock is the most meta. Let's see what he picked.
There's rock gnomes, deep gnomes.
Swivelverlings, whatever they call
Sorry if the session was kind of slow. Yeah. The short amount of time also has things running slower, but
I think it was fine.
That's
I
right.
like exploratory ones with RP with NPCs, finding out more things, more information about what the potential.
This week and
BBEGs
last
are.
week I was last week the family thing, and this week I was late getting home. So I should be normally back. Like I'm normally not even out. So next week I should be here at 9:15 or whatever we start.
Cool.
As usual. So it gives us an extra bit of time.
sounds good. Thank you guys for coming again, and see you guys next week.
Yep. Thanks for the session.
Yep. Thank you so much.
All right. See you next week.
Bye
Bye
bye.
bye.
Yep. I'll ask in chat then
Yep.
about the Generalis store. You do that at a session anyway. Just a general store. Need to restock. I'm probably going to bed as well. I slept 2 hours tonight, so grab some sleep before tomorrow.
All right. Good night, man.
Oh yeah, it's the student session, man. Jesus, it's the day after tomorrow.